Hello ladies and gents, welcome to another video. In this video I'm gonna talk about today's fourth round matches. On the bottom half of the draw, we saw a convincing Novak Djokovic demolish Diego Schwartzman in 3 straight sets. Roger Federer managed to come back and win against Fucsovics in 3-1 in sets. And then we had today's biggest upset, Tennis Sangren, who beat Fabio Fognini in a 4-set battle. And then we had the clash of the serve boots between Milos Raonic and Marin Cilic. A match that Raonic won in 3 straight sets. So one prediction, I was wrong. It was Fabio Fognini, of course. You never know with Fabio Fognini, like I told you before in my videos, Fabio Fognini gives and takes. He usually gives more than he takes. He donates 3 points. He's so inconsistent. He's not solid. He loses focus so easily on the courts. It takes just a little thing to disturb him and then he can fade away. But I really have to mention that Tennis Sangren played a superbly well done match. The performance was great in my eyes because Sangren, he played solid from the baseline. He's a guy, he's an athlete, a real athlete. He's very big guy, and for a big athlete like him, he moves smooth on the court. He catches up almost every point. So he did a tremendous job today, and I just want to give him props. And not only say that Fabio Fognini was bad, because we all know Fabio Fognini. He was the overwhelming favorite in this match, but he couldn't do the job. But tennis did. So tennis basically played tennis with Fabio Fognini. All right, this journeyman from America, what can we say about him? He has a great solid serve with great angles. He has a great backhand. He has an okay normal level of forehand with he hits the ball clean. His forehand is flat. He can find the angles with his forehand. And like I told you, he moves well on the court and he has a strong mindset. He doesn't give up. He runs after every ball. He doesn't give up. He doesn't leave the battle on the field. So he did what he had to do. He knew he had a chance against Fabio Fognini because he's so inconsistent. Because the problem with Fabio Fognini, he always takes wrong decision. He's spreading those balls outside of the court, and he couldn't convert his 5 breakpoint opportunities in this match. He did 46 winners, but he also did 47 unforced errors. So if you look at the stats, it was pretty close, even though it was a 3-1 victory. But the American was more clutch in that match. He held his head high because he was 4-0 up in the second set. Fabio came back, took 5 straight games. He was up 5-4. And then tennis equaled and broke Fabio. And later won the set. He took 3 straight games. And he was up 2-0 in sets, and I thought that this match is over. Then Fabio managed to take the third set in tiebreak, but they went even to 4-4 in the fourth set, and then tennis broke Fabio. So Fabio, I would say arrivederci for you. I had you in my quarterfinal preview. I was very close. It was a long shot. You were almost there. I was almost right. But anyway, good luck to tennis. He will now face Roger Federer after that epic battle against John Millman, where basically Roger Federer came back from the dead. He got a get out of jail free card, and I thought after Roger he didn't look so good in the first set. He didn't move well. He did many unforced errors with his forehand. He didn't serve great. It was similar to the Millman match in the first 3 sets. But then Roger, something happened, and to be honest, Fucsovics is not a better player than Millman, and Roger took the advantage in the end. He just raised his level like these A players does. like the big three does. Because if the A game don't work, you have plan B, you have plan C. You have something to come up, because Federer, he's a creative player. He has all the skills in the book of shot making. He's ageless. He can change the rhythm of the match. He can change the pace of the match. He has different options to win a tennis match. He's not limited like Fucsovics. Even though Fucsovics has good swings from both his forehand and backhand, he moves well on the court. He's an all-court player. But his serve is not good as for Roger Federer's. And of course, he's not talented as Roger's. And the main thing, he's a terrible returner. If he had the return better, he could probably took one more set from Roger, because he gave away many free points to Roger, and Roger just put out a solid performance in this match. I was not super convinced by Roger's performance. He has to play better against tennis, even though he will be the main favorite in that match. Roger, he served pretty well, won 76% of his first serves in. He converted 7 of 9 break points. That makes it up to, let me see a little bit math here, 78%, and that's good. Normally Roger is not good of converting break points, and he did 44 winners and 36 unforced errors. So he did like 8 or 9 unforced errors in each set in this 4-set battle. So what can Roger take away from this performance? He has starting to get he has something to think about, because after the next match he will probably meet Novak, and then he has to be really on his toes, because the performance that Novak put up against Schwartzman was a typical schooling from the baseline. He basically schooled Schwartzman from the baseline. He did exactly what we expected. He did 38 winners and a lot more unforced errors that were used to, but like I told you in my preview, Schwartzman didn't have anything to put up against a solid baseliner like Djokovic, who is a version that is, at least in my opinion, 4 or 5 times better than Schwartzman in all the departments of the baseline game or the game generally, because Novak has a serve, he has the court coverage, he has the ground strokes, he has his killer backhand as a weapon. He can change rhythm from the court. He can put his opponents out of business by moving them from side to side. And we all know that this match, it was not even a talk about how this match was going to end. And I told you 3 straight sets for Novak, and that happened. And he will meet the Canadian bombastic server who served nuclear bombs. He did that also in this match against Cilic, another server that lives on his serve. He created 32 aces in this match, 55 winners, and only 23 unforced errors. And he saved all of the 4 breakpoint chances that Cilic had in his serve, because normally if you watch tennis, when 2 serve boots meet each other, you know that they have their serve. Usually they have a super great forehand. They return terribly, and Raonic is not good of a returner. So if he wants to beat Novak, he has to return better and keep the ball rallies shorter. He doesn't want to extend the rallies against Novak, because Novak has eaten him in all of their previous meetings, 9 meetings, and they have only met twice at Grand Slam, and Novak won those matches in straight sets. I think Novak won at Roland Garros, French Open in 2014, and later on the following year he beat Raonic at Australian Open. Maybe it was the opposite, but anyway, 9-0 against him, and haven't 9-0 in head-to-head section between these two guys. And I will do a preview after the rest of the 4 round matches, so I'm not gonna go into the potential and quarterfinal meeting. I just want to talk about today's matches. We saw Federer that survived a scare, maybe not a scare, but Fucsovics put up a good first set because Roger was he was a little bit slow in the beginning of the match, And in the beginning of the second set, they went up 2-2, and then Roger managed to broke him 2 times. But anyway, Roger's performance in the following 3 sets after he lost the first set was superb. He just showed that why he has beaten this guy before and why he's the better player, why he's more talented, why he has this more shot making skill, why he is considered as the GOAT right now, why they call him the Swiss maestro. Roger showed that in the following sets, and Novak demonstrated his strength once again and told everybody, I'm the man to beat. Look, I'm here. Like always, I won't disappear. I will be here for the whole tournament. And Novak looks little dangerous so far. And he's a player that has convinced me most because... And Federer has also convinced me a little bit. You know why? He did the first 2 matches he played superb. But then the struggle against Millman, and today he struggled a little bit. Even though he didn't play great tennis, he managed to win those matches not in a convincing way, but we are so spoiled with Roger's first strike ultra aggressive tennis that we always expect him to deliver superb performances after superb performances. But it's not that easy, my friends, because he plays high risk tennis. The unforced error number comes naturally. Don't think about those numbers. The important number is to convert his break points, keep his first serve, and create more winners than his opponents, because he will always leak unforced errors. And even though Roger haven't looked super sharp in this tournament, it's a good sign that he has managed to pass these 4 matches, and now he's in the quarterfinal against the opponent he should beat. But we all know in sports, nothing is for sure. Upsets can happen. You never know. Roger can lose. You know, it's nothing that you can take for granted anymore. I don't trust Roger's super level anymore. He's consistent, my friends. He's consistent. Just see his results. Even though the last year wasn't terrible, it was an okay year anyway. He lost the Grand Slam final. He reached the semifinals at French Open. He won Masters. He won a couple of tournaments. That's not bad, but we expect more from a player of his caliber. Alright, folks. Thanks for watching this video. Take care and bye-bye.